welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, as you guys can see from the thumbnail and the title, I'm going to be tier ranking the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, all the characters. I might have missed some characters, so please don't mind me. These are all the characters that I can remember because there are so many characters and I basically forgot like half of them. So I think I pretty much got like most of the main characters in here. So if I miss someone that is like plays a major part in the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, I am so sorry. But before we get into this video, I just want to give like a quick disclaimer. If that you are a person who is going to be reading the Addicted / Calloway Sisters and you haven't got that far, I suggest you guys to please click off this video because I'm going to be speaking full spoilers. So if you're someone who's planning to read it or halfway reading it, please click off because I'm going to give so many spoilers. But those who have completely read the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series are allowed to watch, but it's totally up to you if you want me to spoil them for you. If you're planning to read the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series and you're confused as to which order you should read the series, well, worry not, I'm going to help you. Addicted series is a 5-book series which can be read as standalones. It is Lily's and Lauren's book about their love and battling with their addictions. You get 5 books and then you can get to say them goodbye. Whereas the Calloway Sisters series is a 4-book series of the other Calloway sisters and their romances. You can again read these books as standalones. But then the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series has a epilogue novel combined with almost 1,000 pages of all the characters saying goodbye to you, called The Some Kind of Perfect. But instead of that, if you want a full-on experience and a ride full of emotions, you should read the recommended series in order, which is shown in the screen. I hope you have a blast reading this series. Okay, you guys, I'm recording and I'm so sorry you can see this pink stuff, my pink laptop, because I'm blind. Okay, I cannot do it, so I'm just gonna put it on my lap and start doing the tier ranking. But as you guys can see from here, we have our tier list. I'll explain from the bottom to the top. So from the bottom it says must be sent to jail immediately, meaning I do not like this character at all. What they did to my favorite people was unacceptable, and I would want them to stay away as far as possible. Yeah, I couldn't care at all, meaning this character didn't play a significant role, but still somehow they were part of the series, but I couldn't care at all. And this one says had redemption arc, meaning this character I do not hate or love, like it's neutral, they are in the middle, but they had redemption arc, so I mean, you get the point. Decent human beings with flaws. Now this one means this person had a lot of flaws, but yet this person started to realize their flaws and started to, improve themselves, meaning I can start to like them. And here, must protect with everything, meaning I love this person more than I love myself, more than I love life itself. So that's the point. Anyways, now we have all the characters in here, so let's start tier ranking them. First up, we've got Lily Calloway. You already know I'm going to rank Lily Calloway. Now, first of all, Lily Calloway is literally the whole reason why the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series came to be, along with Lauren Hale. But I feel like Lily had more to do with it because of her addiction. It wouldn't have started without her. And anyways, I really love this girl. I love Lily. I don't even know her in real life, but still I love her, and she doesn't know I exist, but I love her so much. I can't say anything more than that. I'm gonna say must protect with everything. I will give my life happily for her, but she doesn't exist, so my life is safe. Next, we got Willow Moore. Or Moore. Willow Moore. I'm gonna say Willow Moore. Willow Moore is the sister of Lauren Hale, which is the boyfriend of Lily Calloway. So we later come to know that Lauren is not the only child. He has a half-brother and a sister, and Willow gets introduced later towards the series. So what she is that she's a very shy girl, and I haven't got to know her as much, but from what I've read from her, she seems like a nice, shy, kept to herself, introvert, loves comic, So she's most likely like Lily. They have like almost similar personalities, whereas Lily is a little bit more loud with her personality, whereas Willow doesn't like to be so much loud. She likes to keep to herself with her own interest in her own world. I do not like, I mean, I do like Willow, but I do not feel so much love for her as I do for the core 6. So Willow, I will say, now this is the thing, she doesn't fit to any of this tier ranking. I will say decent human being with flaws, which doesn't actually match, but still we're gonna keep it in here because it's the 2nd tier rank, so it's not that bad. So we're gonna keep her in decent human being with flaws. Next we have Grey Calloway. Grey Calloway is the father of the Calloway Sisters series. Oh, sorry, the father of the Calloway Sisters, and he didn't make a lot of appearances, but in the scenes that he has made appearances, I couldn't care less. Like, I really couldn't care less about him. But he isn't a great father compared to the other fathers in the series. He is a great father, but well, Kristen Beckerich didn't give us like a lot about Greg Calloway for me to like him too. So I would say I couldn't care less about this guy. Every time Greg came into a scene, it's like whatever. I didn't care. Like, he was there, it was fine. He wasn't there, it was fine with me too. Next we have Garrison Abbey, or Abby, I don't know how you say his last name, but Garrison is the boyfriend, or well now husband, of Willow Moore. And he also gets later introduced, but he gets introduced into the series as the rebellious teenager who likes to go around and prank the core 6 house, vandalizing his house. So he didn't have like a first good impression, and I didn't like him, but later I started to realize, because of Lo, that he has trauma with his own family, so he's projecting all his anger towards the core 6. So later I started to realize that he's also a good person with flaws. So he definitely goes, he definitely goes with his wife. He's definitely a decent human being with flaws, which later Lo helps to let see Garrison his potential. Next we have Reich Meadows. He is one of the member of Core 6, and I love him with everything. He's the half-brother of Lo, and Reich as a person, like, his personality is amazing. Like, what can I say? Like, he's selfless. Even if he himself doesn't believe that he's not selfless, he is selfless. He has helped his half-brother, basically the product of his parents' failed marriage, to get sober, because if you didn't know, Lo is addicted to alcohol. So Reich basically helps Lo to get sober and to help see his worth, which is, I can't tell you, besides the point that I love Reich Meadows so much. I will say must protect him with everything. Must protect him with everything, even though he can protect himself. Next, we got Samantha Calloway. Samantha Calloway is the mother of the Calloway sisters, and I do not like Samantha Calloway. Like, first, when she was introduced in the series, she seemed like the controlling mother who seemed to control four of her daughters. See, this is the thing. I keep forgetting that it's not 3 Calloway sisters, there are 4 Calloway sisters, but she's the mother of the Calloway sisters, and she seems like controlling. She likes to control her daughters. Like, she makes this daughter to go to dance, this daughter to model, and this daughter to ballet or whatever. And she doesn't like to hear her daughter's opinions, and her daughters likes to keep quiet, especially Daisy. Daisy does not like to model, but Samantha always like, you have to model, because I don't know. So she is very controlling, doesn't like to see that her daughters isn't happy with her decisions, and I do not like her as much. But she had a redemption arc later, but still I really did not like her, so I'm gonna keep her with her husband. I couldn't care at all. Like, every time she came into a scene, it pissed me off. Because how much her daughters are screaming and she couldn't care less. Whatever. Next, we have Daisy Calloway. Daisy Calloway is the youngest daughter, and again, she's going right up there. Must protect her with everything. Must protect her, because she as a person, she has grew up so much, because she had trauma from her modeling, from her career, from her friends, from her parents, and still she came to be this amazing, beautiful, strong, wild girl, and I'm proud of her. I'm really, really proud of her. Next up, we got Rose Calloway. Again, Rose Calloway is going all the way up there, even though Rose will not be needing to be protected. Rose can protect herself because she is that strong, independent, fierce woman who will give her life up in a second for the people she loves, and that is one of the strongest qualities that I admire about Rose, is that she's independent, fierce, and she doesn't take anyone's crap for, you know. I love her. I aspire to be like her one day, though I'm nothing like her at all, so that's sad. Next we got Emily Moore. Emily Moore is the birth mother of Lo and Willow, and I'm pretty sure there are other siblings too. I'm not really sure, but yes, she's the mother of Lo, and Lo, she had like a redemption arc, I guess you could say, or really not, but she basically abandoned Lo because she was underage while she gave birth. And Lo did come up to her, and she seemed timid, as though she was scared to interact, but I felt like she was willing to interact with Lo, but she was scared and stuff. So I guess I could say she had a redemption arc, and she really does care about her children, except she didn't care about Lo, so like, what is going on? But I'm gonna keep her at had redemption arc. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I read the series recently, but I'm starting to forget some things. That's not new at all. Next we got Sarah Meadows Hale. Sarah Meadows Hale is the birth mother of Reich Meadows right up here. So basically, I do not like her. She is the whole reason, literally the one and only reason why the Addicted / the Calloway Sisters series characters and the Leica series characters are famous. It is because she leaked the addictions of Lily to the net, to the tabloids, and they're now famous. So she's the whole reason why all of these characters have trauma, have problems, have insecurities. It's all because of Sarah Meadows Hale. Like, she is the main reason. So, but I understand her point of view, but I cannot, like, I understand her point of view, like where she's coming from, but I do not support it. Like, I get it, because Lo is like the illegitimate child, so obviously she will have some hate towards Lo, and Reich is hanging out with Lo, so I understand that. But what she did wasn't right, and she was only coming from the mother's point of view. Like, she was trying to protect her son, but her son didn't need to be protected. He was already fine with his brother. He was happy meeting his half-brother. But I'll say Sarah Meadows Hale, like, I did not like her. Like, I couldn't care less about her, so I'm gonna keep her in here. Like, I really did not care. Like, once everyone got famous, she kept apologizing to Reich, and I couldn't bring myself to pity her. Like, I really couldn't. But, so yeah, I would say I couldn't care less. Next, we got Price Kepler. Price Kepler is the bodyguard of Reich Meadows and Daisy Calloway, especially Daisy Calloway, because her father hired Price to be the bodyguard of Daisy. So this guy, at first, even I had a lot of doubts, because he's the closer age next to Daisy, and so I thought that Greg Calloway was setting Price with Daisy as a date, because that time Reich and Daisy were dating, and they had like a 7-year age gap, so he decided to hire someone which is closer to Daisy's age, and I thought that it was the intention of getting them together. And I didn't like that, and obviously Reich was also very suspicious of Price's intentions, but sooner into the series, he didn't turn out to be that guy. He's only there to do his job and protect Daisy, his client. So I would say, what should I say? Like, he doesn't fit into any of this tier ranking list at all. Like, I wouldn't protect him. I don't know him enough to see if he has any flaws. He didn't do anything to have a redemption arc. I couldn't care at all. That's not true. Must be sent to jail immediately. That's very, very farther away from what it is. So I think I'm going to give him, I'm gonna give him had an redemption arc, because later we come to realize that we can trust Price as a bodyguard. Next we got Julian. Do I need to say anything? Like, he must be sent to jail immediately. What he did to Daisy was not okay, and I'm not gonna go into it because I was disturbed in that scene and I didn't like it. So we're gonna keep him right here. The way he bothered everyone in that house, Julian really had that power. He literally irritated everyone in his house. Like, what is going on? Next we got Poppy Calloway. Poppy Calloway is the eldest sister of the Calloway sister, and she wasn't introduced a lot. Like, all of the sisters, like Lily, Daisy, and Rose, got their own books. Poppy didn't. So Poppy was barely introduced into the series, and I know nothing of her personal life, what she is like, what is going on. Like, I know nothing about her. So every time she came into the scene, it's like I couldn't bother, I couldn't care. Maybe if she had her own book, I would love her as I love the other sisters, but I would say I couldn't care less at all. I couldn't care less at all. Maybe if she had her own book, yes, she would be must protect with everything, but I don't know. I do not care when she's in a scene. Next up, we got Jonathan Hill. Jonathan Hill is the father of Reich Meadows, Lauren Hale, and Willow Moore. And I do not understand him as a human being. Like, him as a human being had a lot of flaws, but him as a father was a little bit better than what he is as a human being in a whole. Like, he did care about his children, but his paternal instincts or his paternal affections was something to worry about, because he really did love his children, but he didn't know how to show it, or he's like shy to show it. And the way he treated his children not to be vulnerable, especially Lo, like, do not cry, smack him on his head every time he tried to be vulnerable or cry, call him names every time Lo became vulnerable or cried. And I did not like that. I really did not like that. But later into the series, Jonathan Hill managed to make me tear up. I never thought that. Like, the first time I started reading the series, I didn't. The second time, I started to tear up because of his love for his children. So this guy definitely had a redemption arc, and he started to be a better person later into the series. So yes. Next we got Sam Stokes. I believe that's his name. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But Sam Stokes is the husband of Poppy Calloway, and he just seems like a goody two shoes. Every time he was in a scene with the other male characters of Core 6, he just seemed like a lot of goody two shoes, like, you know, following after Greg Calloway's footsteps. Like, he was too much pretentious. I did not like him. I would say I couldn't care less. Right up next with his wife, I really couldn't care about Poppy or Sam. They're husband and wife, by the way, and I couldn't care because they weren't shown a lot of significant role or significant act, I guess you could say, in the book. Like, they didn't make a lot of appearance in the book for me, enough for me to like them. Next we got Scott Van Wright. Must be sent to jail immediately. Like Connor Cobalt said, Scott Van Wright is a rat snake, and I'm so happy he's in jail. Like, Connor and Rose really did that. They sent him to jail because of an absolute crappy person that he is. I'm not even gonna mention it, okay, because it's that bad, but he did some pretty awful things. He tried to create conflict between the Core 6. He tried to play the fake boyfriend of Rose Calloway in this reality show, Princesses of Philly. But I'm telling you, when I read the scene that he was sent to jail, I was so happy, and I was so proud of Connor and Rose. Anyways. Next we got Coconut / Nutty / Coco. It is the service dog. Coconut is the service dog of Daisy Calloway and Reich Meadows, because Daisy Calloway has PTSD and some other mental health problems. So Coconut is a service dog that helps Daisy. So I will say, must protect with everything. Like, if it is an animal, it's going up in there. If it is an animal, it's going up there in the first tier ranking. Anyways, next we got Connor Cobalt. Without a doubt, up there. You don't understand. This guy made me fall in love with him, like, so much, because of his witty attitude, because of his intelligence, because of his ego, because of his like alpha demeanor. What do you say it? like his personality, like, what do I say? This guy is like a 1 in a billion guy. Like, no one compares to him. I am telling you right now, no guy can ever compare up to Connor Cobalt, because his mouth, it's like it can roast you with a few words. So anyways, no one, I'm betting no one can beat Connor Cobalt in anything, literally, especially in an argument or in a debate, because he will destroy you just with his words. Next, we got Adam Sully. Adam Sully is the best friend of Reich Meadows, and I do like Adam Sully. Every time he was in a scene, I was smiling, because he had like a bubbly personality, but he also does not fit in any of this tier ranking. Like, I wouldn't protect him with everything because I'm not that attached to him, but I would say, see, he really does not fit into any of this. So I will just say I'll protect him. Sure, why not? I'll protect him. It's fine. Next, we got Harper. Must be sent to jail immediately. Every time Harper came into the scene, I was pissed off out of my mind. I couldn't care less. She's such a fake friend and only fishing for not compliments, only fishing for, what do you call that again? Clout. Only fishing for clout, for famous, for names, just to be famous, you know. She wanted to be in the reality TV show. After she realized that Daisy isn't a popular TV show is when they started to return to her life, and she's an extremely fake friend who did a lot of terrible things to Daisy, which is the reason why she has a lot of mental health problems and traumas. But anyways, then we got Maximoff Hale. Maximoff Hale is the child of Lily Calloway and Lauren Hale. We do not get much of Maximoff Hale as an adult, but you get a lot of him as an adult in the Leica series. But I'm not going to take his personality from the Leica series when he was an adult. I'm going to rank him based on his personality as a child, because there are so many scenes of Maximoff Hale as a child where it is enough for me to tier rank him based on his personality as a child in that series. So Maximoff Hale, I really liked Maximoff Hale. Like, he was, every time Maximoff Hale was in the series, I was invested. I wanted to see more. I wanted to know more about the guy, but no. So I would say Maximoff Hale, I will protect him with everything, because number one, he's the child of Lily Calloway and Lauren Hale. Like, what? And he also had a great personality, so yeah. Next, we got Jane Cobalt. Jane Cobalt is the child of Rose Calloway and Connor Cobalt, and Jane Cobalt is also going right up there. So from the Leica series, Maximoff Hale and Jane Cobalt are best as a friend, but you already see that friendship in this series. So Jane Cobalt, I also really liked her. She had a great personality, you know. Next, we got Chloe. Chloe is also must be sent to jail immediately, because Harper and Chloe were a team trying to destroy Daisy Calloway's life and her mental health. So she's most definitely must be sent to jail immediately. Next, we got Sadie. Sadie is the cat of Connor. The way I pronounce Connor is not good. It's Connor. But anyways, Sadie is the cat of Connor. Again, see, please forgive me, okay? I'm butchering my words. It's not a new thing. But Sadie is the cat of Connor, and she has a personality. She has a personality quite like Rose. She's fierce. She's independent. She doesn't take anyone's crap for anything. So I did enjoy her, and some scenes really made me laugh because of Sadie, because of how she acted. She's a cat, an orange tabby cat. I guess that's what they call them. I'm not really sure. I do not know much about cats, but still. Next, we got Katerina Cobalt. Katerina Cobalt is also someone I couldn't care at all about, because she is the mother of Connor Cobalt. And we did not get much of her because she was barely alive in the scenes. So I will say I couldn't. Katerina Cobalt is going up in there, because I couldn't care less about this person, because what I've realized, all the parents of the Addicted / Calloway Sisters series, the parent, like the core 6 parents, I couldn't care less about them. Except for Jonathan Hale, because he had a pretty good redemption arc, but most of their parents are so horrible, like so horrible parents. Like, I don't understand how can a parent be like that. Like, you give birth to your child, so obviously you should love them, care for them, but these parents, most of the time, they were not that caring. Like, the affection that a child should be receiving from their parents, of course they didn't receive them at all. Next, we got Frederick. Frederick is the therapist of who? Yes, Connor and Daisy. And I would say he was a fine person. Like, I didn't care. Like, I had no attachment to him. So I would say I couldn't care at all. But the thing is, I do like him. I do like Frederick. But the thing is, I wouldn't care at all. Like, I wouldn't care. So I do like him, just to let you know. But I couldn't care. Next, we got Ian. Must be sent to jail immediately. He's like one of the flings of Daisy during the Paris riot, I guess. Yeah, Paris riot. And he treated Daisy horribly. And later we also come to know that he does some horrible stuff with Scott. So I'm glad he's gone. I think he also went to jail. But anyways, we got Lauren Hale. Lauren Hale must be protected with everything. With everything. I love them. And also, Lauren Hale as a person has improved a lot, because there's a lot of scenes of Lauren where he actually made me cry, sobbing my eyes out, because he feels like he doesn't deserve this life, and he kind of wishes that he dies soon because of his addictions and how much he's causing trouble to the people that he loves. But later he comes strong, and they make, like, all of these characters make like a tiny appearances in the Leica series, and it's just so beautiful to see them grow, because when they were first introduced to the series, they were like this flawed characters introduced to the series who had a lot of flaws and imperfections, and as the series kept progressing, they started to realize their flaws, and they started to guide themselves towards a path where they could be a better person for themselves, for the people they love, and for their children. And it's such a beautiful thing to see that progress. And we have seen a lot of this progress throughout the whole series. It is one of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with this series, because there's a lot of flaws, but still they had a redemption arc that makes you fall in love with them, because you're like growing with them, you know. So that is the whole reason I like this series. And if you haven't read it, please read it. But also, before you do read it, check out the trigger warnings, because there's a lot of trigger warnings, a lot of serious dark topics being discussed here and there, so highly suggest you check that. But anyways, this is my tier ranking, and I am pretty much satisfied with the way that I placed everyone. But I guess, yeah, that is it. I think this is all for tier ranking. And if I have missed any major characters or any minor characters or just any characters in general, please let me know, and maybe I can do like a part 2 where instead I rank all the Leica series characters when I finish the series, and those characters which I haven't included in today's video, they will be included in that video. So if you feel like I missed someone, please let me know, and I will do this video whenever I finish the Leica series. But this is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what other tier ranking videos you want me to do. I will most definitely do it for you guys. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. All my social medias will be linked down below, and yeah, that is it for today. Bye bye.